This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. Hello, I'm Al. So grab your popcorn and your drink and sit back and listen to a good story.
Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to read to you a story that's taken from my book that I wrote years ago. It's one of many stories that I will share with you on this channel. But this story is called Inspiration. It happened again mid-September. Normally, the Bible that I have on my nightstand stays open. There is something about keeping the Bible open so that God's words can permeate the air. But on this particular morning, the Bible was closed. My husband had taken it downstairs to read and returned it to the nightstand during the night, closed. So the next morning, I randomly opened it without looking at the location. Later that afternoon, I got the mail from my mailbox and began to shuffle my way through the letters. Surprisingly, one of the letters came from a spiritual leader that I had contacted a few months earlier. As I read the letter, the book of Job was referenced as he continued to talk about Job's faithfulness to God and his ultimate triumph over evil. After a brief period of time, I went upstairs. While there, I went over to the Bible and intending to turn to the book of Job, I found that the Bible was already open to Job. I ask you, was my random opening of the Bible to the book of Job a coincidence or much more? My belief is that God sends us messages all the time. If we ask God to direct our paths and believe that He will, miraculous things will manifest in our lives. Each happening will have perfect timing and leave you knowing that God is in charge. He is guiding you as He has guided many people during biblical times. These manifestations are purposeful and not accidental. Because God knew us before we knew ourselves, He personalizes our messages. Have you ever spoken to a stranger and through your conversation, a thought you had been contemplating was affirmed by something they said? Maybe you heard a lot of depressing words and saw painful actions coming from people who represent the worst in humanity, and it saddened your soul. But later on that day, a stranger displayed an act of kindness, a smile, kind word, or a deed such as opening a door for you, and your soul rejoiced. Occurrences like these reaffirm my belief that good will always triumph over evil. Today, I am pushing away busy work, and I am focusing on writing this book. I've always enjoyed writing, but lacked the long-term discipline that writing requires. Yesterday, one of the leaders of the church said during service that a journey begins with the first step. Motivated by his inspiring words, I started my journey by writing the first of many words, and I invite you to come along with me. As Joshua 1:9 says, "For the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest." So if you just heard this story, I invite you to become a regular listener. Do that by subscribing to the channel so you will get updates as to when I will upload more stories. I want to invite you to also, each and every day, go out and make the best of your day. Don't let anybody write your story. You are worthy. Write your own story. Don't let villains define who you are. Don't let villains, cause you to have a bad day. You are in charge. You get to control your day. They may try, but you have control over all of it. You get to decide what kind of day you're going to have, what kind of story you're going to write. This world is a beautiful place. So go out and enjoy it. Write your story. See you next time. Have a wonderful day.